Hey, hottie, welcome back to Her Nature, where we talk all about feeling like the best you can be and walking in your confidence every day. And hotness is a huge part of that. I think we all can agree that when you feel ugly, you look ugly, the world is ugly, you're having a bad day, right? And then everything goes to shit for that day. But when you choose that you are hot for the day, life is just different. It hits different. I truly believe that hotness comes from your mind. It's an everyday decision. And being ugly is too. Choosing to be a bitter, jealous, cold woman is a choice. We all know the girl who wears designer everything and is stereotypically hot, yet she's so shallow and stupid. She has no personality because she's trying to please everybody. And it's not hot. Maybe it's externally attractive, but that's not what hotness is. We also know the girl who is maybe not conventionally attractive, who just owns herself. She has such a magnetism about her, and she's just undeniably hot. Okay, it's not trendy. Hotness is not a certain look. You can see different countries think that external beauty is different things. Some think that being pale is prettier. Some think that having long hair, short hair, fat, skinny girls. In the words of iconic Big Sean, he says, "Go white girls, go black girls, go tall girls, fat girls, go short girls, go small girls, go skinny girls, go tall girls." And those were the biblical words in his famous song, Dance, AKA Ass. And he really ate with that song because he was saying no matter how you look, who you are, shake that ass. Own your confidence. He said, go stupid. Everybody needs to go stupid, okay? What I'm getting at here is that different strokes for different folks. Hotness looks different depending on the eyes of the beholder. And if you look at periods of time, you can also see this. How funny is it that in the 90s, heroin chic was in? It was so cool to be like model skinny. And then the Kardashians came around, and it was so cool to be tan and look a little ethnic, have a big butt and big boobs. And then now the pendulum is swinging back, and it's cool to be skinny again and to do Ozempic. How can a hot girl keep up? We can't. Hotness is not a trend. Hotness is not following what's cool right now. We literally cannot keep up. Hotness is owning who you are. It's leaning into your look. It's having confidence about the things that make you unique. Hotness is taking your inner world and how you perceive everything around you and displaying it with confidence. So let's talk about different ways that hot people move through the world and what this actually looks like in real life. Hot people are authentic. They take up space. They know who they are. Hot people are going to therapy. Hot people are working on themselves. They know themselves. And once you know yourself, you're so confident in who you are, it takes away anybody else's power over you. It demands respect. Hot people walk into a room and know that they belong there. They claim the room. They're not asking for anybody's permission. When you're hot, you're just living in your truth. You are not available all the time and serving other people. You're kind of selfish. And I think that embracing the hotness isn't so calculated. It's like living in the moment. So for example, if somebody texts you you're not purposely waiting a certain amount of time to reply back to that person to make it seem like you're too busy. Sometimes you'll reply in real time because you happen to have a moment. Sometimes you reply after a couple days because you've had a busy couple of days. You're not intentionally going out of your way to make it seem like you're cooler than you are. You're not playing games. You are putting your needs first, making sure that your cup is full. And then when you're shining bright and feeling hot, you can give others the pieces that you choose to give them. Hot people embrace their flaws. Think about Marilyn Monroe. In her time, having thick thighs and wide hips or a mole on your face was not conventionally attractive, but that girl knew how to turn on her magnetism and her confidence and get what she wanted in life, and she became a star. People who are hot are not flawless. They own what makes them special and unique. I watched the America's Next Top Model documentary recently, and it was so funny because they had a girl in the beginning seasons who had a gap in between her two front teeth, and they had a dental surgeon go in and close the gap so that she could model better, which she had a problem with because she's like, I love my gap. And to stay on the show, she decided to close it. And then a couple seasons later, they have a girl come on with a gap, and they told her how much they loved it on her. It was her look. It made her special. So this is what I'm saying. Like, adjusting everything externally doesn't make sense. It's all dependent on how you perceive yourself and how you decide to own the things that may seem like flaws. Okay? If you're a skinny girl and you're insecure about it, own it. Lean into it. Like, so many people wish that they were skinny. And instead of trying to make yourself into a curvy girl, you never will be that. Own who you are. It's not just how you look, it's also just traits about who you are. I have always been insecure about being a certified yapper. And I always would see people who were loud and think that they were annoying because that's what I didn't like about myself. I have a ton of energy and a ton of ambition, and it comes off as really intense. And I, up until recently, spent so many years of my life trying to shrink myself. I was smoking weed all the time. I was telling myself, zip your lips, stop, be more digestible, be more approachable so that people like you more. And I realized that once I started embracing this thing that I saw as a flaw, I became more of a diva and more hot. And if people don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to fuck with me. But making the thing that you don't like about yourself your power instead of suppressing it changes the way that you walk through life. Loving your flaws, loving the things that make you unique is hot. Hot people are confident. They show who they are. They're not afraid to be that. And I always kind of have looked at people who are really bold in who they are and thought like, oh, I feel kind of bad for you. You're looking for external validation, you're trying too hard. But now I'm starting to recognize that when it's rooted in authenticity, that is hot. People who are confident are not begging to be understood. They are not asking for everybody to be able to accept them. They just are who they are. Another thing that I think is super hot is trusting God and just seeing a process through, not trying to control everything, and truly knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what. Hot people go with the flow. If something doesn't work out or they lose something, they're okay with it. They know that something great is just around the corner. They're not trying so hard. Hotness is trusting the process. I also feel like hotness is romanticizing the everyday. It is taking care of the things that they have, the clothes that they wear, the car that they drive, They are working in an office space that feels curated and creative and inspiring. Their home is clean and makes them feel safe. And they're taking the time and energy to set up their world to reflect back to them the energy that they have internally. When you feel like shit inside, everything starts to slip. It's as simple as not taking your coffee cup out of your car when you're done. It really comes down to curating your environments, anything that you put on your body, anything that you digest, to be on that same energetic level as your baddest, hottest self. You know that a person is hot when they protect their energy. Hot people walk around the world like they have a bubble around them, and only hotness comes out and only hotness comes in. And anything that does not align with that is going to be a no. But what I do notice is that hot people have an open heart. They have an abundance mentality. They don't walk around an event and only talk to people who come off as hot. They talk to everybody. Hot people don't need to be the person in the room talking about themselves all the fucking time. They don't need to be the person that is talking about how ugly their hair looks or what a bad day that they had at work. They are listeners. They're making eye contact. They are genuinely interested in other people and their experiences, and they believe that everybody can win. Anybody can be hot. Hot people love to see people being hot. We're not trying to step on others and put them down in order to make ourselves feel better. Okay, hotties? Ugly people do that. Ugly people always talk about how they feel and, oh, my makeup isn't laying right today. I'm so ugly, don't look at me. That's not hot behavior. Hot behavior is having such a fun day and then going to get dinner that night. You don't have any time to beat your face or put on something cute, so you slick your hair back and throw on something comfortable, and you go out and you're the life of the party. You have the best time. You're laughing, you're enjoying your connections with people. That is hot. It is truly something that you choose and harness. Hotness is a choice. It is 90% energy. Yes, you naturally will become more externally hot when you're choosing yourself, investing in yourself, having good energy, because your body and how you choose to display yourself is going to reflect that same confidence. But the energy is what makes somebody incredible and secure in themselves. You can pick up on that insecure energy when you interact with somebody. You can't fake authenticity and confidence. You either have it or you don't. And people feel when you are comfortable existing in your own life. It's like when you're watching a sad movie and then you start crying. Or when you're hanging around someone and they're yawning, they stayed up so late, they didn't get any sleep, they're tired, and then you start to feel tired. This is what our brain does. It reflects back what people are showing us. So if you're putting out hot energy and people are giving that back to you, we all get hotter. It's just better. And a lot of people say that being hot doesn't matter. Who cares? I can enjoy my life without feeling hot. I strongly disagree. I think that we operate different when we feel hot, and it makes life more fun. Think about the word attractive. And again, we're not talking like externally, but just when somebody is an attractive person, they're confident, they're beautiful, they have a light inside of them. You are attracting aligned people who fuck with that energy. When you're attractive, you are attracting opportunities and abundance. It could be a new passion or new hobby, fun. You're attracting all of that. You are attracting positivity. When you're hot, you're setting up mirrors all over your life for your experiences and relationships to reflect back to you that same hotness that you are portraying. It is so fun to be hot. And how you carry yourself, it changes how people experience you. It changes how you experience your life. You don't become a hot girl by fixing everything that you hate about yourself. You become hot by embracing every piece of yourself. You become hot by deciding, making an active decision every day that you are allowed to exist just as you are. People can take it or leave it. You're on a growth journey. You're not perfect, but you are hot. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Being hot is everything to me. You can follow me on Instagram and send me a message. Let me know what makes you feel hot. My Instagram is hikingisHot because being on the trail, being dirty and rugged and adventurous and breathing in the fresh air and being all sweaty, it makes me feel like my hottest self. Let me know what it looks like for you. I want to hear it. And thank you so much again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.